Ooh. Who doesn't love a bit of Rocky? Rocky, 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 Rocky. Motivation, motivation. How to stay motivated. Are we ready to go? Are we? Does my hair look good? Nice, clear, white background, no extras. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Shall I edit this in? By the way, I'm editing this in now saying I've got an announcement at the end, so please stick to the very end. And yeah, it's a race announcement, so it'd be great to stick along and hear what there is to say. Well, butter my crumpets, everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Donato, and if you're already a subscriber, welcome back. Yes, today we're talking about motivation, mojo. Have you lost your mojo? How have I remained motivated? It'll be coming up to 10 years I've been running now, and I'm going to go through the 5 key things that have kept me motivated all this time, and hopefully it might help you to get your mojo back, get motivated again, and get moving, because we all love our running, don't we? But before we go into that, here's a quick word from our sponsors. Over to you, sponsor. Yes, here's a word from our sponsor. Absolutely, yes, Donato. Yes, now there is a link in the description, a Calendly link, where you can book a non-committal 30 minutes chat with myself via Zoom, and we can see whether I can help you in terms of improving times, getting, smashing 2025, because I need to save up a lot of money for the New York City Marathon. So rather than just asking for money, I'd rather offer a service to you guys. So get in touch, see if we can help each other in the link below. And I look forward to seeing smashing those goals for 2025. Without further ado, back to the video. Yes. Did you like that? I know. It always helps to have some kind of mentor, coach. So please do get in touch. Use the Calendly link in the description below. And you too can become determined, disciplined, and dedicated runner like I am. Hey, I know, joking aside, how do we stay motivated? How have I stayed motivated? I'm going to go through, as I said, the 5 key things of what I've used over the years, because at some point the PBs or PRs, yeah, personal bests, personal records are going to finish. Yeah, it's going to stop. Those random numbers that you keep recording and then you knock off a few seconds, a few minutes here and there, they will eventually stop. Sorry, I know, it's the hard truth. They will stop. Age, Mother Nature, Father Time, we can't turn that back. There's going to come a point, depending on when you've started. For me, I'm probably right at the cusp, and I'll go through some of the things where I'm showing where I'm at the cusp. There's still potential, even at age 63, having been running almost 10 years. There's still some room for maneuver for me, I believe. That's for me, I believe. And I believe it can help you too, whatever your ages are. I'd love to hear from you. Before I go into my 5, leave in a description below what your top tips of how you stay motivated, how you keep running, how you keep cycling, doing whatever you do in life, jobs. We go to jobs each day, don't we? Those of us who have jobs. Let me know in the comments below how you keep yourself going. So without further ado, let's go into my 5. In no particular order. I've got 5 listed here in my notebook. Yeah, all written here. So first thing that I've been looking at, as I say, it's in no particular order. I do mix them up. So Run Britain rankings. Here in the UK, there's a website, Run Britain, and it ranks your races, performances And it shows, how you rank basically in the UK based on age grading. I don't know exactly how it works. Personally, I don't need to know how it works. I know it works on various algorithms, which is fantastic. But the key thing here is have a look at this graph. So this graph shows my 10 years, and it's been like a rapid growth up to a certain point, and then it stopped, and you can see it's sort of maintained along the plateau along the top there. There's a few little bumps and lumps where I've been injured, and then the performance has gone down. I come back and it gets back up, but it's been thereabouts. The reason why I'm showing you this graph is just to show that I've been able to maintain myself at a particular level. Now, as we know, as we get older, and I've mentioned it before, Mother Nature, Father Time, we get slower as we get older. But I've been able to maintain my ranking up along the top there by changing and adapting my training. Right now, I'm in the middle of having changed what I was doing last year quite dramatically, and I'll be revealing over the next sort of weeks, months, what I'm doing, what's different, and how I'm maintaining my performances up there, because we're all different, and it's important that we understand that. But that graph shows me that just by being able to maintain that ranking, for me, is a win-win, because I'm 63, soon to be 64 in May. I should be on the decline, but I'm able to maintain. So whilst I can't improve on my times, I can still maintain a particular effort and times. That makes sense. So I use that graph to keep me motivated, and it really helps me. That's number one, the Run Britain ranking. Number two, sort of related to this, is as we get older, age grading. You would have seen in parkruns, you see a lot of YouTubers talk about age grading. Well, not a lot, but some do. And when you finish a parkrun, you'll get an email and it'll tell you the percentage number that you've age grading. Now, as we get older, as I said, we get slower, but the age grading is still thereabouts. So if I'm able to improve or maintain that number, so if I'm getting in the 80%, I've been consistently getting around 86, 88%. I think 89% was one of my top ones, I think a park run. But even races, and there are websites out there that you can use that show the grading on that. And also it's a bit of fun to see what the equivalent times would be, for someone of my age in the 60s compared to a guy in their 20s. So if I'm running a 1 hour 23 half marathon, which I did a couple of years ago, so age 62, or was it 61, then that's a particular performance compared to someone in their 20s or 30s. So I might not run as fast as those young kids, but age grading wise, I'm at a different level. Makes sense. So age grading can also help by maintaining that. That is another way of staying motivated. Number three, events, running events. I just completed the Warwick Half Marathon. It's great fun. For me, I see that as a social event. Yes, it was training, and I've got a video coming out next of how I use events as training towards my marathons or other races. And it's a great way of using that. So I use it as training, but also as a social event, because for me, motivation, you get two types of motivation. There's extrinsic and intrinsic. So external and internal. There's two types of those motivations. For me, I use the internal motivation because I just enjoy running. I absolutely love it. The external stuff where you get rewarded for your time. So the PBs, the medals, the finishing, those are external things. And sometimes when they stop, the mojo can go away and it stops. I think that's why sometimes a lot of people post regularly on social media looking for external validation, accreditation. When that doesn't come, that can be a demotivator. So that's why I look at internal motivation. And for me, going to events, having a social, having fun, meeting people like you is fantastic. I absolutely love that. And that's one of the other things that keeps me motivated. So that was number three. Number four, related but not related to events, is running with people. Run clubs. There's social run clubs, there's athletics clubs, there's all types of clubs, but the social side of meeting up with other people and doing the runs. I think long runs are absolutely amazing when you're running with other people, similar efforts and running. and chatting, and it really helps those couple of hours, 2-3 hours of running pass the time much more quicker, and it's a social thing. And then at the end you can go for a coffee, beer, whatever. For me, the running clubs is brilliant. I say, whether you do it as social run clubs or as athletics clubs, people who turn up on the tracks and they're doing some reps, and it's being with people, and I think that really helps amazingly. Yeah, do you think so? Leave it in the comments below. Fifth, last but not least, but maybe the most important, and I certainly found this, certainly after my first marathon, I quickly took on a coach, a professional coach, and I was happy to pay. At the time I thought it was really high fees, but in balance it worked out really better. So when you see that increase, that's because I was with a professional coach. I was following a proper plan to start with and religiously followed that plan, which was submitted from the similar run coach team for the charity that I was running for. And then I took on a professional coach who gave me more of a personal plan to me and worked and helped me get to my top level. I believe that saved me years and years of stabbing and plodding in the dark of what worked for me, and got me to my top level pretty quick. And I think that's where, in terms of the benefits, and obviously it's a bit of a sell from me, get in touch, Calendly. I can help you to get to the best performance, not just in terms of times, but enjoyment as well, because I tend to look at the whole thing in a holistic way. So the coaching, it's great having your own plan and how to work that and get the best from you, and a two-way feedback, because with my athletes there's always a two-way communication of what works, what doesn't work, and sometimes there's a bit of a trial and error to start with and see where we're at. But that's really important. A coach can really help with motivation. Yeah, makes sense? So that's my 5. Now, so yes, I have an announcement to make. It's quite fitting I'm wearing this top, London Marathon reject top. Now, I got this, I'd applied for a London Marathon ballot place back in 2015, 16, somewhere around there. And back in the day, I don't know if it still works that way, I got this rejection coat that arrived, or top. And so yeah, like many hundreds of thousands of people each year, you get rejected for a London Marathon place. I got rejected, and this is my rejection top. I've kept it. Yes, I'm a reject. But when I got that, when I talk about internal, external motivations, I was a month away or 6 weeks away from the Frankfurt Marathon. And I was still training, and in my head, this is where sometimes the motivation comes in. I'd set in myself, I'd done the training and work, and I thought, at the time, I thought, do you know what? I don't want to go through this ballot again. I want to qualify for London Marathon. And I did, to my surprise. Yes, sometimes, we can dare to dream. And since then, I've been qualifying every year. So I have a qualifying time for this year's London Marathon. But unfortunately, with a number of key races that I've got this in May and June, London Marathon this year is at the end of April, at the very end of April, which is not good for me, because at my age, it takes me a long time to recover. So I wouldn't have recovered in time to put in a performance for those races. So for me, those races in May and June are more important for me to run in London. And I know it might sound ungrateful or whatever. I have ran London 3 or 4 times already. I know the opportunity may come next year, but marathon running is, for me, is going down. Yes, I know I've got New York coming up, but London Marathon, I won't be running it this year, and I'll be looking for a different spring marathon. Working on dates, what can work, what events I'm targeting in May and June. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I won't be running London, which I feel a bit sad, missing out on the fun and jamboree and circus that it is. But in a way, I've got to look after my body long term, physical well-being, mental well-being, and all that type of stuff. And there's no point putting my body through it. I've made a mistake a few years back of doing that, and I'm not going to make the mistake again. So last year, I had the place for London, but I made a last-minute change based on the training. So I went into Manchester, got that last-minute place, paid for it, and ran an amazing 3:02. So, we'll see what happens this year. The target is still there, the sub 3. I really do believe I can do that. Just got to wait for the right race, right time, and we'll see what happens. But there, that's the announcement. Thank you so much for staying to the very end. Love you all. Yep. And if you've stayed to the very end, reward yourself with a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that alarm bell. And as I said, at the next video, I'll be sharing with you how I use events and races as part of my training towards other key races. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye bye bye. Bye bye. Ooh. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Who doesn't love a bit of Rocky? Rocky, 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 Rocky. Motivation, motivation. How to stay motivated. Are we ready to go? Oh yeah, does my hair look good? Nice clear white background, no extras. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. We are coming right up to the start line now, Berlin Marathon. Yes, we are here, we are here. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Vamos, vamos, vamos. Berlin Marathon. Here we go, go, go. Yes, we are off.
50 years of the BMW Berlin